give TNT confidence. I had a dream in the dark, I had a dream in the spring. I had a dream like man knew that there's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. Yo, there's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. E999's out. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Stop crime much if you really wanna stop crime. Be safe when you're home, be safe in the streets. It's a cold place and I'm really feeling the heat. I never wear gold cause someone's always peeping by the fence. Still crime much came and give out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. Yo, there's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. E999's out. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Stop crime much if you really wanna stop crime. Be safe when you're home, be safe in the streets. It's a cold place and I'm really feeling the heat. I never wear gold cause someone's always peeping by the fence. Still crime much came and give TNT confidence. I had a dream in the dark, I had a dream in the spring.
Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ian This is Crime Watch, and we are back. Top of the evening to you. All those of you who are locked online, a special good evening to you. All those of you who are looking at us from all over the world. My God, I had a very hectic weekend. I had a very hectic weekend. I touched down in Guyana on Friday, and and the rest was history. I went to all these political meetings, just visiting around. I went to Essequibo, the market. Yeah, it was a really great experience, and we had just impromptu interviews with the president and the VP, Barrett, and we're going to go back there. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. This is what Crime Watch is all about. Because as I mentioned to someone, there's no, we continue to soar, and we are doing extremely well. Our network is doing extremely well, and that is why we are taking it outside. We are going outside, and it's not only Guyana. We'll be going to we're going to be up the islands now, and with respect to going personally and seeing what's happening, a first-hand view, as they say. Also, so during the course of the show, ladies and gentlemen, we met with one of the persons vying in fact, with that ambition to become president. I met with Azruddin Mohammed, and a very controversial figure. And yeah, so I guess you would like to see that also. It was a standoff. It was really a standoff. And we want to talk about that also because, it's something I need to tell you that exactly what's going on there. So we're going to start. A homeless man died, ladies and gentlemen. A homeless man died after he was struck by a vehicle after the bottom of the Grand Bazaar Flyover early on Sunday morning. I want you to know that. And so many people, this has happened to so many people. I want to say a special good evening to all those of you who are looking at us from online, all those different platforms. As you know, we have one of the most visited websites across Trinidad and Tobago, and by extension, the Caribbean. A lot of people visit our sites. The most watched, the most visited site in Trinidad and Tobago, ladies and gentlemen, is ianalleyne.org, where persons make their reports, send us information, and we liaise closely with the police. Also, a body found at Debe Recreation Ground, identified to be that of Kadoo Samai. That's all we have so far. A body that was found at Debe Recreation Ground, identity believed to be that of Kadoo Samai. Authorities are investigating the discovery of a motionless body found early Saturday morning at the. Do I have anything for this? A cover shot or anything? Why? We at least I could have shown the savannah. Thank you. Officers arrived at the scene around 8:08 a.m. and met with EMT personnel. So they want to believe, ladies and gentlemen, several bags what appears to be clothing surrounding the body, notably a prescription slip found in the deceased possession by the name of Kadoo Samai, which authorities believe may be the identity of the deceased. However, confirmation pending. There are no visible marks of violence. Also, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue, a 11-year-old boy is in critical condition after attempted suicide in the Beetham Gardens. An 11-year-old boy from Beetham Gardens is in critical condition following a parent's suicide attempt at his home on Thursday around 7:44 p.m. The child's uncle was reportedly outside when he was summoned by a bedridden relative to check on the noise coming from inside the house. Upon entering, he discovered the young boy hanging from a wooden beam near the bathroom area with a nylon cord around his neck. The uncle immediately cut the cord down and rushed him to the Portsmouth General Hospital. He was later transferred to Moncton General Hospital, where he remains warded in a critical condition. Also, ladies and gentlemen, just as I mentioned, and people need to know, ladies and gentlemen, the role that we play with respect to solving crimes. And it continues every day. It continues where you have seen persons with drugs, persons with ammunition, persons who have committed crime, persons who are on the run, persons that police cannot find. We continue it every day. We played a very major role, a very, very major role. Trinidad and Tobago Crime Watch played a very major role in the solving of Savannah Dyer. That's a young girl. A very major role. And the second brother to be charged with Savannah Dyer's murder goes to court on the day of her funeral. Sheldon Wells, formerly charged with the murder of 20-year-old Savannah Dyer, and went to court the same day her loved one gathered to lay her to rest on Friday, June the 27th. I was out of the country. Wells 30 joins his brother, 23-year-old Kibri Wells, who was previously charged with the same capital offense. On Thursday, June the 26th, Sheldon was released from St. Anne's Psychiatric Hospital and returned to police custody, where charges were officially laid. Both men, residents of Quarry Street, East Dry River, Port of Spain, were arrested during the coordinated police operation conducted between the night of Monday the 6th and early hours of Tuesday. Dyer's body was discovered around 4 a.m. Saturday, June the 14th, near the Predial Larceny Unit office in Carson Field. An autopsy conducted on Wednesday, June the 18th, revealed she died from a single gunshot wound to the head. Investigators believe she was killed elsewhere and her body was dumped in the location. But that mattered before the courts. So we're going to take a fast break, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, to all those of you who advertise with us and continue to support us, there's only one platform. There's only one platform where people can see your product. There's only one platform where people up the island and by extension the world religiously look at Crime Watch, and there's no other show again that could bring in that kind of viewership in Trinidad and Tobago. We're going to take a fast break. When we come back, we'll continue.
The E999 Show will be right back.
Car City Trading, your car parts solution for new and used Korean auto parts. Located at Lot 78 Bamboo Settlement number 2, we offer a wide range of engines, alternators, starters, compressors, power steering pumps, air conditioning and braking systems, body parts, suspension and much more. For all your Hyundai, Kia, Honda and MG vehicular needs. We have it all. Quality products at unbeatable prices. Call us at 645-2603 or WhatsApp 704-2246. Follow our social media platforms for our monthly deals. Car City Trading. Automotive is what we do, as we stand ready to serve you.
Sheikley Show Limited, the Caribbean's largest manufacturers of plain and printed paper bags, leaders in plastic bags, vermicelli, split piece powder and greaseproof paper, ideal for doubles, french fries and sandwiches. Supplying stores nationwide. For quality products, trust Sheikley Show Limited, 665-3336.
It's Extra Foods 20 for 20 shower of savings. Yum Yum Chicken Bologna 3 packs for $20. Nestle Full Cream Milk 4 for $20. Swiss Spaghetti 3 packs for $20. Golden Brand Margarine 3 for $20. Island Pride Sardines 4 tins for $20. Perdix Chicken Facts 2 packs for $20. Coca-Cola 2 liter 2 for $20. Gala Apples 10 for $20. And so much more. Plus, check us out on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok for even more specials. Extra Foods, always extra for less.
Have E.N. live and in person at your business and showcase your product and services to over 100 million viewers across the E.N. network. This is your chance to let millions know about your company or services. Book your live from 30 minutes or more and watch your business be transformed with E.N. Live. To book your live, contact E.N. at 225-4327 or call our offices at 225-3250 or 389-7018. Don't miss this opportunity. Call and book today.
Love brings us together, brings new beginnings, blooms new life. Trust Pregnacare to be there for you at every step of your pregnancy. From Vitabiotics.
Thinking of giving your home that modern finish? Then visit ABC Bath Doors and Windows. We are the largest supplier of hardwood finishing goods. Get kitchen and pool tiles, faucets, doors, windows, sinks, and so much more. Come in or give us a call. ABC Bath Doors and Windows, always a better choice.
Innovate your space with Felicity Furniture and Appliances. Our pieces are of top quality, stylish and affordable. Dining and patio sets, sofas, wardrobes, freezers, beds, stoves and more. Visit our showroom at Lot 10B Pier Road, Felicity Chaguanas. Quality you can trust, style you love.
What's the tea? It's Sasha Cosmetics Anniversary Sale. Get up to 50% off at all Sasha Image Centers and at shopsasha.com. Sale starts Saturday 21st June until Monday 30th June. Don't miss it. Sasha Cosmetics, where beauty meets big savings.
To the occasion.
Christopher Mansing, certified real estate agent. Have an apartment to rent? Call me. Have a house or land to sell? Call me. Need evaluation done? Call me. Call me now at 722-2057 or email me at address provided.
To our loyal fans and growing audience, with just $1 you can support our operations and contribute to the work that we do. Contribute while you're watching. Send your contributions to our PayPal account at oneian.allen@gmail.com and our First Citizens account. Swift code provided for international transfers.
Welcome back to the Ian Allen Show.
So ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Missing file clouds probe into DCP Suzette Martin role in Brent Thomas case. I consider it unfortunate, say Cop Wavero. Just imagine, missing file clouds probe into DCP Suzette Martin role in the Brent Thomas case. Where is that file? A police file linked to an earlier investigation into the conduct of Deputy Commissioner of Police, DCP Suzette Martin, and 3 other officers in the controversial Brent Thomas matter has reportedly gone missing. That is slackness. Person should be fired. Not only person should be sent home immediately, and I don't think that they are taking this serious. So it just goes to show, ladies and gentlemen, the development comes after the newly appointed Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara ordered the reopening of the investigation. So it just goes to show, let's say you're innocent man, and you have a matter involving the police, how things can happen, how persons can put things in your file, how your file could disappear. Just imagine a Deputy Commissioner with respect to an incident involving a gentleman, Brent Thomas, and they had to do with Barbados and where they took him and whatnot, and that file has gone missing. Persons had to go home. So you see the level of corruption, and that is why, ladies and gentlemen, that is why the people could never trust the police. They could never trust them. This is a very serious thing. There's a file gone missing, a file linked to an earlier investigation in the conduct of Deputy Commissioner, DCP Suzette Martin, and 3 other officers in the controversial Brent Thomas matter has reportedly gone missing. Senior police officers confirmed that Martin had formally requested a copy of the file from Assistant Commissioner of ACP Kurt Simon, the lead investigator in the matter. However, she has received no response to date. The development comes after newly appointed Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara ordered the reopening of the investigation following a fresh complaint from Thomas. A licensed firearms dealer, Thomas submitted the complaint to the COP, the Commissioner of Police, on the first day in June in his office on June the 18th. So It is just terrible. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Trinidad and Tobago, like Monopoly Money, St. Vincent PM says they spend US $65 million in Trinidad and Tobago but can't get paid in US. This is absolutely unfair and ridiculous. Trinidad and Tobago only has value. TT dollar only has value in Trinidad. Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dr. Ralph Gonzalez, has criticized Trinidad and Tobago for failing to find US $4 million to pay debt owed to his country for agricultural goods, even as his government continues to spend over US $60 million annually on imports from Trinidad and Tobago. This is absolutely unfair and ridiculous, Gonzalez said, expressing deep frustration over Trinidad and Tobago paying its country in TT dollars for goods and services. Dr. Gonzalez made the statement while addressing the made the statement while addressing the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, OECS, delegation recently in St. Vincent. Go ahead.
Trinidad and Tobago annually in excess of US $65 million. We pay in hard foreign currency for visible exports from Trinidad, mainly petroleum products and manufactured goods. But our sister CARICOM country cannot find less than a miserly $4 million US in foreign exchange to pay for our agricultural products. This is absolutely unfair and ridiculous. Our traders are paid in Trinidad and Tobago dollars, which are not convertible outside of Trinidad and Tobago. In Trinidad, they have to use the money to buy goods in Trinidad if they want to make some money on the back end. If they bring up the Trinidad and Tobago money, it may as well they bring up monopoly money.
Wow, and that, and that is so sad. That is so sad that they can describe our money like that. And that's why I tell you, that the last 10 years, we just didn't waste 10 years of our lives, We went back 10 years again. Persons filled their pockets, persons made money. And I want to talk about going to Guyana, visiting Guyana over the weekend. And I want to tell you what I saw. And, we really have to step up our game in Trinidad and Tobago, really step it up. We have to step it up, ladies and gentlemen. Also, a Laventil man is still missing. He was last seen with Valerie. She too unaccounted for. Rental car found abandoned in Cemetery Street. A 30-year-old Shaquille Noel, a truck driver from Laventil, has been reported missing after last being seen on June the 23rd. And days later, the vehicle he was driving was found abandoned in a remote area of Cemetery Street, Mondre Road, Cunupia. Valerie is believed to be one of the two Venezuelan women found murdered and buried inside a grave in Cunupia. Tattoos match that tattoo found on one of the victims. So it could be possible that a man and woman, we don't know. Noel resides, well, it's two females, but nevertheless, one of the persons in the shallow grave has been identified as Valerie. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Shaquille Noel, who resides at an apartment at Ramgoli Trace, North Cunupia, and also Eastern Corey Laventil, was last seen by his brother around 6:30 on the evening of June the 23rd. He had visited his brother's workplace at El Socorro Extension, the company of a woman known only as Valerie, described as a Venezuelan national, brown in complexion and slim-built. The two reportedly left together in a rented brown Nissan Versa, registration PDM 7879. According to report, the victim's mother last spoke to him at approximately 11 o'clock that same night via cell phone, but has not heard from him since June the 25th in a desperate effort to find him. And the vehicle owner was contacted and the car was tracked and located abandoned along Cemetery Street and Monroe Road, but Shaquille was nowhere in sight. Repeated checks at his Cunupia apartment turned up nothing, and the whereabouts remain unknown. Shaquille Thomas is described as an African descent, heavily built, approximately 5'9", tall, dark complexion, with a broad nose, scar on the lower left side of his face, tattoo of the Taurus zodiac sign, the bull, on his lower left arm, last seen wearing a dark blue polo jersey and three-quarter blue jeans and black slippers, sports a low haircut. So we're going to keep you posted about that also. Also, just to let you know, the murder toll right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's 193. Gunmen opened fire in Diego Martin. 1 man killed, 3 others wounded in a brazen attack. 40 spent shells, 23 marked TTPS recovered. A deadly shooting in Bagatelle, Diego Martin on Saturday night has left 1 man dead and 3 others, including a teenager and an older man, nursing gunshot injuries. The gunmen reportedly opened fire indiscriminately, unleashing terror on residents in what appeared to be a targeted ambush. The deceased has been identified as Tyrell McKenney of Bagatelle Road. The injured victims included a 24-year-old woman from El Dorado and an 18-year-old male resident of Bagatelle and a 56-year-old woman from Queen Drive in the same community. According to police reports, around 9:30 p.m. on Saturday, 28th of June, 2 of the victims were walking along Bagatelle Road near the track opposite Pine Lane in the company of a 40-year-old man also from the area. A 3rd victim was also walking along the same stretch of the roadway when a grey-colored sedan pulled up next to him. 3 men armed with firearms exited the vehicle and began firing multiple shots. McKenney was pronounced dead. Also, ladies and gentlemen, masked men opened fire in Santa Cruz. 1 dead, 1 wounded. 33 spent 5.56 shell at the scene. A 29-year-old man was shot and killed and another man wounded during an attack in Santa Cruz Friday evening around 6:45 on June 27. Police received a report of a shooting at a residence along Moraldo Trace, Upper Santa Cruz. When officers arrived at the scene, they found lifeless body of Dylan Pakira lying on his back in a yard on the northern side of the road. Police said the victim was speaking with a neighbor when 3 masked men opened fire before escaping through the nearby bushes. This is a photograph of Dylan Pakira. If you have any information, get in contact with me. Also, ladies and gentlemen, on Saturday, an ex-remand yard inmate gunned down in Chaguanas, shot days after release from prison. A man who was recently released on bail on arms and ammunition charges was shot and killed in Chaguanas early Saturday morning. The victim has been identified as 47-year-old Robert Flanders, also known as Simba of Penco Avenue, Londonville. Police said around 6 a.m. on Saturday, June the 28th, Flanders was shot multiple times along Eleanor Street behind the Chaguanas Market. He died at the scene. Right behind the market in Chaguanas. Lying in wait, gunman ambushed murder Tabakit man over family land, followed with suspect who planted weed. Lying in wait, gunmen ambush and murder Tabakit man over family land. 35-year-old Carlon Bola, a laborer from Piparo Road, Tabakit, was ambushed and gunned down in broad daylight on Thursday, June the 26th, just moments after leaving home to buy groceries. Investigators believe Bola murder may be linked to an ongoing land dispute involving 2 men from the community who were reportedly planting marijuana on his family property. Bola had a recent altercation with the men who allegedly issued threats following the confrontation around 12:50. Police received a report of a body lying motionless along Piparo. Could I get the names of the brothers? So if you have any information, get in contact with me. Also, ladies and gentlemen, this is so sad. Serious woman found dead in a suspected suicide. Cousin alerted after noticing foul stench. Police in Cedros District are investigating the suspected suicide of a 46-year-old woman who was found hanging at her home in Coconut Grove, Fullerton Village, Cedros. The deceased has been identified as Melissa Ganis, who lived alone at the residence. According to report, around 3:50 p.m., her 38-year-old cousin of Lampos 119 Fullerton Main Road contacted the Cedros police and reported that a foul stench was coming from Melissa's home. Acting on the report, PC Valles and PC Ram Singh arrived and observed a 20 by 15 flat concrete structure with no electricity to supply, locked doors, and a strong odor coming from within. With the assistance of members of the public, the officers pried open the front door. Inside, they discovered the body of the deceased hanging from a rope tied to a door frame beam leading to the kitchen. Melissa was found clad in a black underwear and was topless at the time of discovery. Her cousin told police that Melissa had a history of mental illness. You remember when she had damaged her mother's house? You remember that? And we spoke to the mother.
Chickens and things. She started cursing me. I said, Melissa, stop disrespecting my house.
How long has she been doing that?
All the time.
How old is she?
She's 42. And I asked her she started to curse me off.
And she would curse up her mother and mash up the house and whatnot. I remember when we spoke to her, they made a lot of memes with this.
Stepmother.
They went yesterday and mashed up all the window and where's that one?
Yesterday was the day before. That was, okay. First of all, right? She damn well know who I am. I trained in New York City. I went to school. I lived there for 27 years. Went there when I was 11 years old. You understand? Right before Abu Bakr take over Trinidad and Tobago. And she know damn well who I am. You understand? Melissa Susan Guyana is born on February 18, 1979. When my father died was 2005. Now, when I was in TikTok, okay, when I was in the bush, in Cedros, why didn't you leave me in the bush? I wasn't bothering you.
Up in the bush?
Because the same was going
Come back
through.
to me. So you realize she was from Cedros, and it's so sad she committed suicide over the weekend. We're going to take a fast break. When we come back, we'll continue.
The Ian Alleyne Show will be right back.
At ICU Technologies, we deliver expert CCTV, networking, and IT solutions customized for your home or business. From access control and fire alarms to audio systems, our certified team ensures flawless installation. Because today, security and connectivity aren't optional, they're essential.
Enhance your interiors with the unmatched quality of SPC flooring from Steamore Limited. Our premium floors are waterproof, low maintenance, and built to endure, featuring advanced multi-layer construction for lasting performance. Our expert installation is backed by a 12-month warranty, ensuring excellence from product to finish. Enjoy exclusive pricing at $18.95 per square foot or $57 per plank. Warner Village, Charlieville. Quality flooring, professional installation. That's the Steamore standard.
It's Extra Foods 20 for 20 shower of savings. Yum Yum Chicken Bologna 3 packs for $20. Nestle Full Cream Milk 4 for $20. Swiss Spaghetti 3 packs for $20. Golden Brand Margarine 3 for $20. Island Pride Sardines 4 tins for $20. Perdix Chicken Facts 2 packs for $20. Coca-Cola 2 liter 2 for $20. Gala Apples 10 for $20. And so much more. Plus, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for even more specials. Extra Foods, always extra for less.
What's the tea? It's Sasha Cosmetics anniversary sale. Get up to 50% off at all Sasha image centers and at shopsasha.com. Sale starts Saturday 21st June until Monday 30th June. Don't miss it. Sasha Cosmetics, where beauty meets big savings.
Neo Eyewear Limited, a leader in the eyewear business with complete glasses which include frame, lens, and eye test for only $3.95. We have one of the largest selections of frames and brands for you to choose from, such as Gucci, Tom Ford, Balenciaga, St. Laurent, and even the Ray-Ban Meta glasses. Conveniently open from Sunday to Sunday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So visit us at 91D Main Road, Montrose Mall, or M6 Plaza, Endeavour.
Janice, what's your secret? Your place always so clean and organized.
Well, Gil, I've got a secret. It's Sir.
Sir? Seriously? You have a man coming to clean?
No, girl. Sir's an amazing new line of cleaning products. I'm talking about kitchen sprays, bathroom scrubs, even laundry detergent. They've got the whole house covered.
So your secret weapon is Sir?
You bet. Sir cleaning products are a game changer. Not only do they smell amazing, they're effective and affordable. And this Sir definitely wouldn't judge your mess.
Introducing the Sir Collection, a wide range of affordable cleaning essentials for every corner of your home. Discover the secret to a clean home. Available at all leading supermarkets nationwide.
Welcome back to the Ian Allen Show.
Look at people looking at crime watch from all over the world. It's just phenomenal. This is the area, I wanted to show you the area where the two Venezuelan women were found wrapped in plastic, hands bound inside a shallow grave in Cunupia last week, Wednesday. The bodies of two women, they are held, but we got the identity of one. One is believed to be that of Valerie. Similar tattoos and everything, okay? And the bodies of the two women, their heads were wrapped in plastic, and with their hands tied behind their back, were discovered in a shallow grave in a remote agricultural area near Ramsar and Trace off Warren Road, Bucal Road on Wednesday, June the 25th, 2025. The gruesome find was made after a farmer noticed an area of disturbed earth on the property. Upon closer inspection, he spotted what appeared to be a human body partially buried and immediately alerted the police. Also, ladies and gentlemen, you will die for land. Family land dispute turns violent. Man shot in neck by sibling in Lopino on Saturday. Family feud over land ends in gunfire. Man shot by sibling in Lopino. A bitter land dispute between two brothers erupted in violence on Saturday afternoon, leaving a 60-year-old man hospitalized with gunshot wound to the neck following a shocking shooting in Lopino. The victim, Teran Rampersad of Carapo Main Road, Arima, was in the company of his son around 2:20 on Saturday, 28th June, walking through a garage located on a parcel of land at 3 3/4 mile Surrey Village, Lopino, when the incident occurred. According to report, the suspect, identified as 49-year-old Richard Rampersad of Benny Road, Valencia, emerged from behind a parked vehicle dressed in camouflage, armed in what appeared to be a firearm. He reportedly pointed the weapon at the victim and his son, and said, "You will die for the land," before firing shots. The father and son were shot and collapsed on the ground as blood began oozing from the right side of his neck. A report was made to the police, ASP Barrett, acting woman inspector hospitalis, and Aruka CID. PC Sawyers also responded and are spearheading the investigation. Also, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue, teen brutally stabbed by 15-year-old cousin in family dispute. Suspect taken into custody, broken bottle used in attack. Cunupia teen stabbed in neck, face during a violent altercation at his home. 15-year-old arrested. A 19-year-old man was seriously wounded during a domestic altercation at his home in Cunupia on Saturday morning, allegedly by the hands of his 15-year-old cousin, who is now in police custody. The incident occurred around 9:30 a.m. and on June 20, 2025. Police report indicated an argument broke out between the two relatives who resides at the same location. During the confrontation, the younger teen allegedly armed himself with a broken bottle and inflicted several stab wounds to the other teen's neck, face, shoulder, and back. The victim was rushed to Shogun's District Health Facility by a family member. He was later transferred to the Eric William Medical Science Complex, where he was treated and subsequently discharged. Responding officers received information, proceeded to the health facility and arrested the 15-year-old suspect. A minor was later taken for medical treatment. Also, ladies and gentlemen, a security officer hurt in a waterhole shooting. 18 spent shells found, victim shot in the leg on Saturday, 28th June. Man shot in the leg during broad daylight attack in Cocorate. Trinidad Tobago Police Service spent shell at scene. A 20-year-old security officer is recovering in the hospital after being shot in the leg during a broad daylight incident in the waterhole area of Cocorate on Saturday. The victim of Phase 1 Powder Magazine, Cocorate, was walking along the roadway around 2:30 p.m. on Saturday, 28th June, when he reportedly heard several loud explosions. Moments later, he felt a sharp pain in his right leg and collapsed to the ground. Residents of the area quickly assisted and transported him to St. James Medical Complex, where he was treated for gunshot wound to his upper right thigh. He was listed in a stable condition, later transferred to the Policeman General Hospital. Also, as we continue, ladies and gentlemen, a man was seriously injured during an assault outside a bar in Aruka early on Saturday, June the 20th, 2025. A man was seriously injured during an assault outside a bar in Aruka. Also, brutal late-night attack. Elderly woman beaten, choked, and stripped. Uses baseball bat in self-defense. A pensioner assaulted and stripped by intruder who said, "Open up, it's me," around 10:30 p.m. On Friday, 27th of June, a 69-year-old woman was attacked during a terrifying home invasion at her residence in Princestown. According to police report, the victim had just retired to bed when she heard repeated loud banging sounds coming from the front of her home. She shouted in an attempt to scare the intruder, but it was of no avail. She then heard a male voice saying, "Open up, it's me," followed by escalation in the banging and loud crashing noise. Excuse her. Over 1 million compressed weed seized in Tobago drug bust. An intelligence-led operation by police in Tobago resulted in the seizure of over 1 million worth of compressed cannabis and the arrest of a 25-year-old suspect. The bust took place around 9:20 on Thursday, June 26, following several days of surveillance at the Scarborough Port. Officers of the Tobago Gang Intelligence Unit, TGIU, intercepted a white Honda Civic driven by a man from Bonaccord. During a search of the vehicle, officers discovered concealed compartment in the trunk, which had been modified to resemble gas tank. Hidden inside where 61 packets of compressed cannabis was found. Also, 90 cases of rude boys stolen from Tobago service station, 13 found in bushes on Thursday. Police are investigating a break-in at a gas station in Bonaccord, Tobago, where more than 34,000 worth of beverages was stolen from a storage container on the compound. The incident occurred around 2 a.m. on Thursday, June 26, 2025. A security officer conducting routine patrols discovered that at a storage container located on the southern side of the compound had been opened. Inside a single case of rude boy drinks was found. The staff member was alerted upon checking the inventory. It was discovered that 90 cases of rude boy, valued $40,704, were missing. Later that day, 13 of those cases were discovered in a bushy area. Also, as we continue, ladies and gentlemen, in other news, off-duty frontline cop to keep firearm, FUL, and pepper spray applications being professed. Audits of TTPS weapons. Commissioner of Police Alista Guevara has announced a new policy allowing off-duty frontline tactical and operation officers to carry firearms home. And you know how long, and those of you who watch my program religiously could tell you I have been lobbying for that. We have been lobbying and I keep saying frontline people should be given, not because a policeman might take a gun and shoot a family member, shoot his wife, everybody have to pay the price. If he can't get a gun from the TTPS, he'll go find a gun. Getting a gun is like buying a cell phone. It's very accessible. So now, that's what the new commissioner is recommending, and also I hope he pays special attention to the missing file. That has brought the service in real disrepute. Imagine a file has gone missing. Unbelievable, yeah? Unbelievable. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Modi to address joint sitting in Parliament during historical visit. Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi, is set to address a joint sitting of Parliament during the historical visit to Trinidad and Tobago on July the 3rd to the 4th. This will mark the first ever visit to Trinidad and Tobago by Prime Minister Modi and the first bilateral Prime Minister level visit to the country since 1999. According to the statement from Indian High Commissioner, Prime Minister Modi is visiting at the invitation of Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar. During his stay, he is expected to hold high-level talks with both President Christine Kadoo and Prime Minister Persad-Bissessar, aimed at further deepening the relationship between India and Tobago. Also, ladies and gentlemen, over 11,000 CPAP workers lost their jobs after government cancelled contractors awarded to contractors. A wave of contract termination at the Community-Based Environmental Protection and Enhancement Program, CPEP, has triggered political uproar, with former Finance Minister Colin Imbert claiming 11,000 workers have been sent home. Termination letters dated on June 24th, signed by CPEP CEO Keith Eddy, informed contractors of the immediate cancellation of the agreement under Clause 15.1 of the 2022 contract. Contractors were offered payment in lieu of notice and instructed to return company property within several days. On Friday, contractors gathered outside CPEP's St. Martin headquarters in protest, calling the move political victimization. Field Officer Anicia Williams-Penny said all contractors were called in and given termination letters with immediate effect from Monday. There will be no CPEP workers. Thousands of families are now in breadline. Politics aside, people are hurting. Also, ladies and gentlemen, CPEP CEO Keith Eddy met with contractors on their tent near the headquarters. Asked by a contractor what happened if no one accepted the termination letter, Eddy said, "You're asking me questions I have no knowledge of." And I took the time to come up here. So apparently they met with the CEO of CPEP. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister and Minister of Public Utility Barry Padarat addresses the recent firing of thousands of CPEP contractors. Go ahead.
Select few in this country continuing to benefit from the largesse of the state and living off the fat of the land. And the People's National Movement engaged in what I describe as political prostitution of CPEP. Since 2018, CPEP has not submitted audited financial statements to the Ministry of Public Utilities, as is mandated in the law. CPEP has been flagged by the Central Audit Committee of the Ministry of Finance as it relates to their questionable hiring practices. CPEP must be a transitionary.
All right, so we're going to keep you posted with that, and I believe that is all the. I mean, because you saw that even before, on the heel of the election, a lot of persons' contracts were renewed. And that is crazy. That is crazy. And you should be listening and pay. It was never, the cabinet had no note, nothing, no cabinet, no, they just decided to do that. If you really listen to that story, it is not victimization. But again, I hope that the new contractors, that it's up to them who they want to hire, but we really need to pay special attention to what's going on at CPEP. We're going to take a fast break. When we come back, I will tell you about my trip in Guyana.
The E999 Show will be right back.
Dear viewers, be reminded that we go live on multiple platforms. If our YouTube is down, you have other options. You can view us live on Facebook on the I.A.N Network or live from our website at ianalleyne.org.
What's the tea? It's Sasha Cosmetics anniversary sale. Get up to 50% off at all Sasha image centers and at shopsasha.com. Sale starts Saturday 21st June until Monday 30th June. Don't miss it. Sasha Cosmetics, where beauty meets big savings.
Mirage Woodworking has expanded, and we're just getting started. Now introducing 5.5 and 7.5 millimeters SPC flooring, WPC door sets, draw slides, hinges, and more. All at unbeatable prices. Call or visit us today.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chiguanas, or Rio Claro.
Move from CXC to your business management degree in just over 2 years with the globally and ACTT-recognized ABE qualification at CTS College. Students with limited CSEC passes or mature candidates with work experience can enroll. Each level can be completed in under 6 months, with a diploma awarded upon completion of each level and a bachelor's degree awarded at the end of the entire program. Contact CTS College today and ask about our flexible payment terms.
There's a powerful switch inside your body, AMPK. It tells your system to burn fat, balance blood sugar, and boost energy. Berberine Plus activates AMPK naturally, supporting metabolism, weight management, and healthy insulin function. Available now at Pennywise and leading pharmacies nationwide. Berberine Plus, powered by AMPK, perfected by nature.
Stay fit while looking your best. At Sporty Brands, we have a wide variety of gym wear, sports sneakers, and clothing in all major brands. Nike, Puma, Jordan, Adidas, and JanSport. 100% authentic, stylish, and affordable. Athletic gear also available. Check out any of our 4 locations today.
Wellness through the years with Well Baby, Well Kid, Her Well Team, Him Well Team, Well Woman, and Wellman. Why take an ordinary multivitamin when there's a supplement designed for your specific life stage? For every stage in life, trust Phytobiotics.
Variety Supplies Limited, famously known as Denny. We believe in value for your money. We have in stock a wide range of affordable flowers, stuffed toys, food warmers, and storage bins. Cushion padded chairs $125 and $135. Firecrackers from as low as $175. 4-burner $325. 2-burner standing stove $400. Tabletop $650. 2-burner tabletop $550. Glyphos herbicide 3 liters $85. We've got quality and prices you love. Come in to 99 Walker Road, Faizabad. Just 15 minutes drive from San Fernando. We are open every day. Denny, where variety meets value.
Keep your stock off the floor. Optimize your warehouse with premium selective pallet racking from Boaster US Company Limited, designed to maximize vertical space and boost efficiency. Get organized today. Create a smarter, more effective storage solution. Call Boaster at 724-2262.
Looking to complete your home? Be sure to check out Ramesh & Sons Home Furnishing Limited. We offer modern and affordable furnishings for any household. We carry all major brands of refrigerators, stoves, washers, dryers, and more. Check out our Blaupunkt line of German stainless steel look of chest freezers. Remember, we also carry a wide range of stylish and cost-effective furniture in our very own Relax King brand. Visit our showroom at 99 Calcutta Road, Freeport for the best prices. Contact 232-5170. Ramesh & Sons Home Furnishing Limited. Fulfilling all your household needs.
It's Extra Foods Plenty for 20 shower of savings. Yum Yum Chicken Bologna 3 packs for $20. Nestle Full Cream Milk 4 for $20. Swiss Spaghetti 3 packs for $20. Golden Brand Margarine 3 for $20. Island Pride Sardines 4 tins for $20. Perdix Chicken Franks 2 packs for $20. Coca-Cola 2 liter 2 for $20. Gala Apples 10 for $20. And so much more. Plus, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for even more specials. Extra Foods, always extra for less.
Mata Imports Limited, the #1 pickup shop for the best quality, price, and service. Check out their showroom at number 750 Papari Road, Lower Barrapore for a wide variety of 4x4, SUV, and car accessories. You name it, they have it. Mata Imports has all the latest items in the market. The 4x4 boss is always taking you to the next level in the automotive industry. So contact them today at 654-5234 or 360-8773 for further information.
Welcome back to the E.N. Show.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. You know, over the weekend, I had a very, very interesting weekend. A very, very interesting weekend. I visited Guyana. And why I visited Guyana, as you know, election is scheduled for September, I believe the first of September. It was very interesting. I decided, and that is why for about 1 week now I've been telling you, you have a surprise. You have a surprise. I'm going to surprise you on Friday. And I just flew down there just to cover what was happening, not knowing about. I know they had their two major. They had a fundraiser on Friday, and another major meeting on, well, a little concert, and you know, in one of the areas there. But it was very, very interesting. And you know what, I was impressed, and I was very, very impressed, ladies and gentlemen. I was impressed with the level of progress that we are seeing in Guyana. That, I mean, you need to go down there. If I tell you something, you need to go down there. I mean, in the last 10 years in Trinidad and Tobago, under that administration, under the PNM administration, they just built, okay, they built the overpass, they did work they built a little interchange. And you know, as they say, you're ranking, you're big. You need to go down to Guyana and see what is infrastructure work. See exactly what is progress. Imagine, ladies and gentlemen, when I reach, and I'll tell you something, I've been there a couple of years ago, to be honest with you. But when I reached down there, when we reached, what time I reached with my crew approximately, was about minutes to 12. About half one. By the time I reached here, ladies and gentlemen, I was blown away. Why I was blown away? I couldn't believe the airport was, I mean, it's world class. When we came in there, you didn't have to fill out no form. They took your passport, and let me tell you what I was impressed with. They took your passport, they scan it, and then they do like a bio. You scan your passport, and then they did the bio. And we would have sent our information through a barcode online, right there, you know. And they scan it, and then this is the scanning machine we go through. Yeah, one of my persons took a picture. I'm just telling you. And you scan it right here. You scan it right here. All your information is already on the system. You go through that machine and they take a photograph of you one time. No pen, yeah? Up to now, I haven't touched a pen, yeah? Listen to me, I have not touched a pen. And that is similar to what is happening even in New York. They do the same thing. And ladies and gentlemen, that is progress. And when we came out, I just could not believe the level of infrastructure work, roads and buildings, and it is just unbelievable. We built a little thing here right up in Europe. 10 years, and I mean, what progress we have seen. You open a little highway from here to Quaidia, as we say, from here to Quaidia, the last government. And Boston, you all need to take a trip. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, I was very disappointed when the last Prime Minister made fun of the money in Guyana. And he said during the election, I think it was a local election. If I had that clip, wow, I would love if my people to the back there could get it back. I would have loved to play that clip when he said, "Are you checking Guyanese money?" My God, you really need to go and check that money right now and see what is going on there. See what is going on. I called all my friends when I landed there and I said, "You need to come here. You need to come here for all it is. You need to come and see something. You might see the social media, TikTok, somebody might be in a humble house and think that is not Guyana. You need to come and see. Recently I saw they open a new hotel over the weekend. They opened a new hotel there. I stayed at another hotel, a hotel by the name of I.A.N. My God, that is, I mean, you think like you're in Miami. You think like, I tell you, if I show you this video, I want to show you a video. I know, you know, before I show you that video, let me tell you something. When I left there, and when we landed back to Trinidad, and I going through, in fact, I'm on the plane, and I have to get a pen. For what? For what? To fill out a form. Oh God, we still in that? And everybody, those frequent flyers, like myself, we fed up at that. Every time you always had to look for a pen, you had to write. Step up your game just like Guyana. Look at this. And I was looking also, ladies and gentlemen, you should see the high-tech kind of systems they have. And cameras on the street lights. Every street corner. I'm not talking about no flimsy looking little camera thing. I'm talking about world class. This is world class. This is world class. And I was chatting with someone and they said they got 4 tickets already. I said, wow, serious? They say, yeah, 4 tickets came to my office already. Because somebody's driver drove terrible and they were speeding and whatnot. But it's a land of progress. It's a lot of progress going on there. And I mean, I'm not picking a side. I'm not picking any side, but I must say, well, it's clear to see that under the PPP Civic, that this is what's happening. And if, I mean, in a few years, this level, ladies and gentlemen, of progress. What about next 5 years? What's going to happen? What is going to happen? And even the buildings, I mean, we were linemen. In fact, I went to Sheriff Street. They had a little club, Sheriff, and we went out in the night, just browsing around. And I could not believe it. I just could not believe it. I could not believe even they had like Hard Rock Cafe. I tell you, Hard Rock Cafe, and the lifestyle these people are living. They are in fancy restaurants. I've been to a lot of restaurants, and wow, I was like, people need to come, Trinidad people need to go up there and see progress. See what life is all about. Listen to me, I am not, as they say, condemning my country. I am proud to be a Trinbagonian. I'm proud, and I'm proud to be from here. We are proud Trinis. But I know that this new government in power, my good friend, and everybody know the Prime Minister is my good friend, Kamala Persad-Bissessar, she's my good friend. Everybody knows that. And that is why they we carried all their ads during election, and I mean, they know this. It's only one station, the E999 network. Excuse, but ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, Guyanese should be proud, and they're very patriotic, very, 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 very patriotic. In fact, I should show you that Demerara Bridge. Look at this. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this is what the kind of the bridge, Demerara Bridge. A lot of you want to get an idea of what's happening. This is the level of development and infrastructure work going on. This is unbelievable. So we are currently on the old Demerara. Just continue, please. Look at that. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. And you are telling me, a man, Azuddin Mohammed, and I know when I looked at that, I said I have to speak. I want to speak to Azuddin Mohammed because I realized that he's going up for the election and he, but I realized that level, that type of progress, you have to know what you're doing. That is great power. That is great responsibility. And I decided, I say, you know what? I want to go to Guyana and pay attention to what's happening. Let me just go. Just like that, we decided. I said, let's go. Let's take it to another level. And we flew up there. And first of all, we went to this Essequibo. And we spoke to persons. That's when Maduro wanted to take their property and their land and whatnot. And we just wanted to find out from the people. And that's a market on the outskirts. Yeah? Go ahead. In Guyana. And just to let you know where we are in, this is Region 2, am I right? Region 2, Regina, this region here, and we are the old market. Now, let me tell you something, there's a lot of, and I mean, it is just amazing, and I'm very, very impressed by what I have been seeing with respect to the infrastructure work. There's a lot of infrastructure work in Georgetown on the outskirts. There's a lot of work going on roads and drainage, hospitals, buildings going up. It is just amazing. And to come up here, and I want to say we took photos with the military planes and whatnot, but we didn't really get to go inside and do what we, but nevertheless, they are really here. I mean, people are very patriotic, the soldiers, the pilots and the army officials, they're really hardworking people. Excuse. And we are happy to be here, really, really happy. As you know, we came to cover what's happening with respect to the fundraisers and the government and whatnot. We hope to get an audience with His Excellency. So we are here just to find out, and just to let you know, I'm in Essequibo. I remember the Guyana, Venezuela, Essequibo. The Essequibo region is a resource, a rich area in Guyana. So this area is it is at a center of decade-old territorial dispute with Venezuela. Venezuela claimed the territory based on historical boundaries dating back to 1777 is arguing that Essequibo River is a natural border. Guyana, however, maintains that in the 1899 Paris arbitral award definitively settled the border in its favor. And you remember Maduro said that, it belongs to him, but that's a big lie. So, but nevertheless, we want to hear from the people, so we're going to move around a little bit here. So, okay, hi, good afternoon. How are you? What's happening? What's happening?
Just relaxing, looking out for the shoppers.
I mean, what have you to say about, with respect to what Venezuela has indicated, that they want to come and take your property and whatnot?
Venezuela just talking. No action.
No action. I love that. No action. But I must say, I was very, very impressed that we are here from outside of Guyana, and I must.
Not America.
And we are really happy to be here. And so Maduro can't come and take nothing here.
Everything calm so far.
Everything calm so far.
Just speculation about it.
Speculation.
Yes,
and just always elections and whatnot.
Election, speculation, all kind of thing.
But you are okay, huh? Yeah, and you are safe here.
Yeah, man, all the time I live in all the regime and nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong. Thank you again. So we're gonna move around a little bit, you know. All right, so we want to hear from the people and what's going on. And it's a nice. Hi, good afternoon. How are you? Good afternoon. I mean, how is your day going?
Good, so far.
I mean, what have you to say about this tension with Venezuela, and they want to come and reclaim and say that this land belongs to them? Is it a madness?
Well, we know Escobar belongs to Guyana.
I love that. I love
right?
that.
So we're maintaining that.
Yeah, and you are proud. You are proud to be. I mean, this is a rich area.
Yes.
A rich soil here.
Yes.
And I'm happy to know. I mean, I love this place, and you all are great people.
Thank you.
Really, really great people. And how is the sale going today?
So far, so good. A bit slow because the people not getting to go out. So it's a bit slow, but so good.
But a lot of people coming in from the outside here.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks again.
Thank you.
All right, and what have you to say about elections and whatnot?
Well, when the time comes.
When the time comes,
yes.
All right, but you're excited about that time?
Yes, we do what we have to do.
And I'm very, very impressed about the infrastructure work. A lot of work going on all over here. All on the outside, all on the outskirts, all in Georgetown. I'm staying in Georgetown. And you are seeing a lot of?
Progress.
I love that word. I love that word. A lot of progress. I love that. And when you see progress, and you see how... Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a fast break. But nevertheless, that entire clip from that entire live is currently on my page from Friday. Am I right? Saturday. No, that is from Saturday. That is from Saturday. Yeah, on some Saturday. We're going to take a fast break, and when we come back, we'll continue.
The E999 Show will be right back.
Unbeatable deals, unbeatable experience. More savings, more smiles. Shop smart, save more at S&S. Quality you trust, prices you love. At S&S Supermarket, we make every trip rewarding. From unbeatable promotion to top-tier customer service, we bring you the best deals with an endless variety and effortless shopping. From everyday essentials to unique finds. We have it all in one place. No more running around. Shop at any one of our conveniently located branches in Mayaro, Rio Claro, or Pico.
I.A.N TT offers over 25 years of experience, are retinal specialist and the latest cutting-edge equipment. We handle diagnostic and surgical needs for retinal, cataract, glaucoma, pediatric and diabetic eye care. Also glasses. We provide it all under one roof. Our head office is located seconds off the Freeport Flyover. Branches also in North, South and Tobago. Call 349 EYES for more information. Payment plans are available. I.A.N TT, taking eye care into the future.
Do you know just how important tires are in getting the maximum performance from your car? Dunlop, a leading manufacturer of ultra-high performance tires, carefully designed grooves and blocks for more rubber-to-road contact.
Leave the stress, catch the vibes at Rumpy's Bar. Check out and pull up. Rumpy's is your go-to after-work lime. Sip, chill and turn up with our crazy drinks and bottle specials. Feeling lucky? Hit the slots and win big on our gaming machines. Hookah, we got it. Food, fire. bottles popping. Every weekend we're lit with live performances and DJs. Rampy's Bar, good vibes, tight security and pure energy. Pull up at Atlantic Plaza, Point Lisas, High Street Superior. Find us on Waze.
Trinidad, the countdown is on. The excitement is building, but time is running out. The Fab India Expo right opposite Medford gas station in Chaguanas is closing on July 7. Everything must go up to 50% off. Clothing, accessories, footwear, home decor and so much more. The deals are huge, but they won't last. Our final containers just arrived, so the shelves are stocked, packed and ready for you. Hungry? Try our new restaurant menu with authentic Indian flavors, spice, taste and tradition in every bite. We're open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Fab India Expo, located opposite Medford gas station in Chaguanas. Hurry in, this is your last chance.
Are you embarrassed by excessive hair loss, itchy flaky scalp, receding hairline, teenage and adult cystic acne, open pores, old scar marks, puffy dark eye circles, age spots, black lips, psoriasis, eczema or dermatitis? Do you want to get rid of deep lines and wrinkles, stretch marks, cellulite and discoloration around the neck, arms and between the legs? For a professional consultation and microscopic analysis with Miss Bagan, who has over 30 years of experience, call 673-7418 now.
Welcome back to the E999.
To our loyal fans and growing audience, with just $1 you can support our operations and contribute to the work that we do. Contribute while you're watching. Send your contributions to our PayPal account at oneian.allen@gmail.com and our First Citizens account. Swift code provided for international transfers.
Step into Sensational Beauty Studio by Tina, your one-stop beauty destination. From micro shading and brow tinting to makeup, hair coloring, manicures, pedicures, and relaxing massages. Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Walk-ins and appointments welcome. Book today.
Welcome back to the E.N. Allen Show.
And after, ladies and gentlemen, after we just took a break there, after we went down to, we left Essequibo, we headed down. Apparently they're doing hospitals there and whatnot, and I'm going to show a little clip of the hospital in Lima. Yeah, Lima. We just wanted to show you the level of progress and work being done in Essequibo, Region 2. And we are in Lima. This is Lima here. And, you know, this is very impressive here because people were saying there that, you know, we Lima Regional Hospital here. Look at it. Come get here. A lot of work going on, a lot of work. Look at it. This is real. I mean, this is international standard here. Right, so we're just showing you, like, so there's a lot of progress going on here. Is on my page. So I'm just giving you, well, tell you about my itinerary, what we did on, and then Friday night now, they had a fundraiser. They had a big fundraiser with the PPP Civic, and I still have to have an audience with the president, like a proper audience where we can sit down, because both events, well, they had two events back to back. They had one Friday, they had one Saturday. He was in a lot of meetings. I sent a message. They had one in Georgetown on Friday night, and then Essequibo on Saturday night. So I did bounce him up. I did on Friday. Look at this little clip here. Oh my God! Oh my God! I'm in your place. I decided. When did you come, man? Just a couple days ago, and I'm so excited. But they said that you're having a fundraiser. Maybe I imagine about 1,500. I couldn't believe it. I said it's about 12,000 persons here.
It's just amazing. We were in Region 3 last weekend, and people were in the traffic for 7 hours coming to the fundraiser. So this is what is happening. It's just a mad wave of support. And what you see here, Ian, you know Guyana. Yeah. What you see here today is the PPP Civic at work. Look at this crowd.
It's about 12,000.
And it's all of Guyana represented. Every ethnicity, every group, every religion. And that is what we've been doing. Building national unity, building our country so that all of the citizens can enjoy the development, world-class healthcare, world-class education, building businesses opportunity, creating jobs, enhancing income, ensuring that the policies we pursue are policies that allow for equitable distribution of wealth and growing prosperity at every level.
I came in while you were speaking and you said that you did opening on a couple of projects. Can you tell us what are the projects that you are focusing on right now?
So right now we are focused on giving every single member of the population world-class health care. So we are building level 5 facilities all across the country. We have free lab services, free eye care, free dental services, dialysis services for everybody. Dialysis services, cardiac services. We are now building a cancer facility. We have moved the availability of medical supplies from 40 to 50% in some regions, and 65% to 90%. So that is what we're investing in human capital. More than 30,000 scholarship, free university education, and guess what? More than 70% of those scholarships went to women. We now have 60% of the new intake of nurses are indigenous people who never had this opportunity. But today, they have that opportunity because we've invested in secondary education and they now can have this opportunity. So it's wild, it's crazy.
But before I go, in fact, I'm leaving in about 2 days. Is it possible I can have an audience with you?
Anytime, Ian, anytime. It's nice having you in Guyana.
Thank you again, Paul.
We're open, we're transparent. You just turn up anytime.
Thanks again. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. His Excellency said you turn up anytime. Really nice, super great people. After I met the VP for a second, Dr. Barrett. Go ahead. We decided to visit you to find out what's happening. Just a quick word. How's the election looking for you?
Really good, really good. As you see, the momentum is with us. People recognize that in 5 short years we've been able to transform this country, put it on a different trajectory. So I think this massive dinner here is a testimony to what is happening. So we'll win the elections. We're not arrogant about it. We're
unbelievable. And after that, ladies and gentlemen, they had a fundraiser at Essequibo on Saturday. Look at this. I met the president again, and there are not a lot of people. So, how are you, Mr. President? We wanted to find out. You made a statement with respect to the forces trying to stop your party. Can you elaborate on that?
We are not projecting the victory. But as you know, in the political environment, there are 24 other political parties that will not stop it. They are simple to contest against the party. And these are all forces with a single motive. And that single motive is to contest and defeat the PPP. But all of these forces, you look at this nature, who are against the PPP. The whole apparatus. These are the people who try to steal the election. These are the people who say thousands of indigenous workers. These are the people who remove the children grant for children going to school. These are the people who remove support for children. And these are the people who want to contest the election, who try to steal the value of our country, steal the elections, steal the will of the people. And these are the people we are contesting against. These are the people we are contesting against. And we are very confident. And we know not only are we going to win, but we are working on winning this in a major way, because national unity and our together, we will win this election. Because if you look at what is happening now, there is a national movement behind the people to testify. And a unified movement, every segment of this population are coming up for the
Right, so after that, ladies and gentlemen, we really said, I'm just going to show you a little shot of the crowd. Go ahead. Yes, I'm showing you look at it. I tell you, thousands and thousands of people there, thousands and thousands of people there. was unbelievable. But you know, after that I decided, you know what, I said, I still had to, because you realize, and I want to tell you this, that the two opportunities we had to meet the president was always during on the campaign trail. So I had to have a proper audience with him. So I should be there over the weekend again. Over the weekend where we can sit down, because we said free eye care, free surgeries, free persons who have renal failure, medical. It just, you want to hear. You really work. All eyes are on Guyana. But when I say all eyes, ladies and gentlemen, it's on the election also. And one individual I had to meet with was Azzuddin Mohammed. But we have known, we have seen Azzuddin Mohammed as someone on social media with fancy house and fancy cars and whatnot. But I started to dig deep and I realized, well, wait now, that's the same guy who's going up to, who wants to be president. But if we look at the Reuters report, if we look at the Reuters report, ladies and gentlemen, it's a very serious, it's a very serious thing, because as you know, he's been sanctioned, and the Reuters report that I have in my possession is frightening, because the U.S. probing Exxon contractor in Guyana for smuggling drugs. The U.S. is probing the contractor. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, it also went on to say Exxon didn't, the moment deny any wrongdoing, that they've been investigated by Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, the Department of Homeland Security and other U.S. agencies on suspicion of smuggling Colombian cocaine and illegally mined Venezuelan gold to the United States, Europe, and Middle East. What is this? Also, ladies and gentlemen, it even went on to say, right, Reuters told Exxon in a request for comment on July 2022 the Nazar Mohammed faced a criminal investigation by U.S. authority, and they're saying that they have been targeted. His father, Nazar Mohammed, said this week in a statement, Reuters, speaking for himself, his son and his babies, and they have no committed, they had not committed no crime and whatnot. Also, it went on to say the U.S. government. So the Reuters report is a very serious thing. The U.S. government representative met in person at least 3 times with Exxon executive in Guyana, telling them that they can't do anything with persons like that. And it go and this report that I have here. So I decided, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? I am in Guyana. Let me go meet this guy. So I decided Friday, I called him Friday morning. As soon as we landed, I got up, I had breakfast and whatnot, and I called him. He said, hi. He said, oh, you're Mr. I.A.N. I know who you are. Who doesn't know? We have 139 million people that knows about my show. 139 people. And religiously, 134 million, sorry, and we have 5 million persons religiously looks at Crime Watch. Religiously, 5 million persons. And our website, ianalleyne.org, is the only website in Trinidad and Tobago has so much traffic. So much traffic. So everybody's locked on. So everybody knows me from around the world. Everybody knows me. All of the islands are programmed. And I tell persons, we don't deal with people who say your program is number one. I'm not saying that. We go with figures, market facts and opinion, analytics. We go with analytics. So we continuing. So he decided, I called Mohammed. I said, Mohammed, let me meet you now. He said, okay, I'll meet you lunch. And he said, no, I can't meet you today. What about tomorrow? We go to Saturday now. And imagine, he's he's fearful of meeting me. And we go to Saturday now. I said, Saturday? He said, well, he has to go there. He has to go somewhere. And he said, what about Saturday night? But why am I coming out tonight to meet you? Because that's a night, I want to go. And he told me, he said, but I saw you in the, he asked me, Mohammed asked me, so how many people do you think that was at that meeting in Friday night? I said, maybe about 12 or 13,000 people, a lot of people. So I don't know why he's asking me that. I'm not, if he wanted to get his figures right, but it had a lot of people. And so I said, what about Friday? He said, I said, but so what about Saturday? Well, he said he had things to do again. So he keep putting it off. And when I called him Sunday morning or bright and early, I got ready, put on my suit. I put on my suit and whatnot. I said, wait, I called him. I said, where you are? He said he's in, what's the name of that place? Bartica. He's in Bartica. I said, Bartica. Well, I call Army. I call Army, my good friend. Army is in Trinidad. Army is in Guyana. And everybody who in Trinidad and Tobago know Army is my best friend. And I said, where's Bartica? He said, Ian, it's like 3 hours from here. You have to take a boat. You have to this. And I'm like, wow, what am I going to do? I said, you know what? I'm going to take a boat because this guy needs to answer questions. This guy needs to answer questions. And you will see for yourself that what he did, and he lured us to an area. Now, I want to talk about that when we come back, but I want to show you how it started off on that Sunday lunchtime. Go ahead. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is I.A.N. We have just left Porica. We are taking a boat to go down to Bartica. To Bartica. This is a connection with meeting Azruddin Mohammed. We were able to secure an interview with His Excellency, but nevertheless, he has made himself available. We just wanted to see, we were here to pay a lot of attention with the situation in the Esquibo area and what Maduro is saying. But while we were here, I just decided to, because in September is election, so there's a lot happening in Guyana. So one of the persons, ladies and gentlemen, that is vying for that post is Azruddin Mohammed. Since Friday, we have been trying to secure an audience with him, and everything was futile. He asked me what I'm going to ask him. He said Friday, then he said Saturday, and I said, well, Saturday night, but it makes no sense Saturday night. It makes no sense Saturday. Okay, when I called him Friday, he said he'll call me back. He said something came up. And then he said Saturday night, but that makes no sense because it is just about 15 minutes away from him. So I don't know what he's running from. And I'm about to leave Guyana. I'll be back again because there's a lot of development, a lot of things happening here that people really need to come and see what's happening. But most importantly, we have just taken a vessel to go to Bartica, and I want to tell you that I want to thank my good friend Army. And my Army is here. So Army has assisted significantly with, and so we headed down to Bartica, and I really hope that Azruddin makes himself available because we were supposed to meet lunchtime. I got ready, changed my clothes, and and when you call him, he said he's in Bartica. That's like 3 hours away from where I am in Georgetown. So I said, you know what? I want people to see the effort that I am making to pursue this man. I don't know what he's running from, but there's a saying. I'm not saying he's wicked, but whatever his intentions is, I don't know, because I know what he's fleeing from. Why is he running from me? You're asking me what kind of questions I'm going to ask you, but I think maybe if I had asked him, well, I want to come and see the nice house, the helicopters, all the fancy cars, maybe he would have made himself available. But I tell you, that why I'm making this video is that he said in Bartica, he's going to come back maybe 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Because yesterday, we went Esquibo, and the party, His Excellency Party, the PPP, they were having their meeting. It was a big meeting, and the president made himself available. And we went and we spoke to people here.
Send the bauxite sector into bankruptcy. These are the people who cut the budget for the indigenous people of our country. These are the people who sent home thousands of indigenous workers. These are the people who remove the children grant for children going to school. These are the people who remove support for children. And these are the people who want to contest the election, who try to steal the value of our country, stealing elections, stealing the will of the people. And these are the people we are contesting against. These are the people we are contesting against. And we are very confident. And we know not only are we going to win, but we are working on winning this in a major way, because national unity and our together, we will win this election. Because if you look at what is happening now, there's a national movement behind the people to testify.
About Maduro interests in Esquibo and how he wants to take encroach on their property and their land. So he's asking me, imagine Azudine asking me how I get to come back. I mean how I get to come back. I realizing that I'm supposed to meet you today now, and I told him yesterday, well, I'll meet you lunchtime. At minutes to 12 I called him. He's asking me, well, you come back home, I saw you in Esquibo. But I guess he has his people monitoring me. So he said he's going to come back 6 o'clock. What questions am I going to ask him? What is the issue here? What is the issue? What is the issue? What are you running from? Let the entire world know. Let the Guyanese voters know. What is your intention? How you would like to better their lives similar to yours. Let them live a very high standard of living. Give them the best. As you know, as you did a sanction. And there's a lot of questions we want to ask him. And no, I don't think he speaks to anyone. But you can't make me come from quite Trinidad to come and question these people in Esquibo and you're avoiding me. I am making myself available. So I just want the Guyanese people to know that I'm on a vessel. I know I'm not risking my life, but I'm just not accustomed to this. But it's a nice ride. Guyanese people are beautiful people. Great food. But people need to come here and you need to see that bridge. That bridge that they're building, oh my God, it's out of this world. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this is what the bridge, Demerara Bridge. A lot of you want to get an idea what's happening. This is the level of development and infrastructure work going on. This is unbelievable. So we are currently on the old Demerara Bridge, am I right? Yes, okay. The old Demerara Bridge, and we're just showing you the other one that's being built right now. This should be finished by this year. By the end of August. In 2 months, by September. That bridge is out of this world, so I'm gonna keep you posted. I made this video. I don't know if I'm gonna get to meet him, but I just want people to know I'm not gonna make a video. Look what I'm going through. I have to go through all this. You understand? So let's see what's going on. So we are not about to cut. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just arrived. I'm just showing you the jetty and whatnot. We have just arrived. I just made contact with Azudine. He's in Partabo, so we can come and meet him there. But that has been a ride. Wow, look, it's like, look what time it is. Minutes of 5. Woo, that was a long ride, but it was really nice. Guyana has a lot of resources, boy. Wow, this place is, you can come here for a holiday. A lot of things. They built a nice jetty there, greenhouse. Yeah, it's just something else. So we're gonna make way to get there now. Let's go. Man, what he's saying now is that we should come and meet him. We're trying to call him. Watch it, we're trying to call him. He sent us a text. Watch. We reach here. He said Kartabo. Okay, I'm here still. Hi, right? I'm just showing you all the times. Okay, I'm in Parika boarding. Okay, 257 Kartabo. Okay, we're trying to call him back now. And head back to Kartabo. Where's this boy? So this is Barika. Batika, sorry. This is Batika. So we need to go to Kartabo now. He said he was in Batika. He said that he was in Batika. So we are taking this boat now. Right? Wow. This is what you came with. Yeah, tell it. Look at it on this side here. Just left here. Alright, look at it. Alright, so we headed now. Smooth plane with 78 car cargo. Wow, what is this one? Why is this not from here? Community Center, Cartabo. So this over there, they are welcome to Casarbo village. So he's at the village. Alright, so you see a lot of people there. But they have a couple of people. He said that they are at the community center. So wow, this was really a run. This was really a run. A very costly run also.
I'll try.
Hey, what's up, man?
Alright.
Wow. So we have reached Cartabo, and this is where he said he would be in this little village here. Welcome, as you can see the sign, welcome to Cartabo. Alright, so we're heading down there. Let's see what he has to say. Okay? Go ahead. Let's go.
Good afternoon. Well, as well, Mr. Allen.
Yeah.
Welcome to Guyana.
Thank you.
I'm not a native of, but I'm just saying welcome to Guyana.
Yeah.
We do watch your show.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Thanks again, man. So you live in this village?
No, I just said I'm not from here.
Okay.
So you're touring the country?
Yeah, touring, exactly. That's what I'm doing.
What do you think of the country so far?
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. A lot of resources, a lot of stuff.
We don't know where we're coming.
Didn't know where we were coming. Boy, I don't know. So let me just go see what's happening here. So we have a little meeting here with
Right, this opportunity to invite one of your very own to share with us today, Ms. Chance. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome.
I'll give it to you as we're doing chicken right here.
Oh yes, I'm ready for come. Yes.
Hi. How are you? Good afternoon.
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. What's happening?
I'm not that much. What do you mean what's happening here? What's happening
What's happening with you?
Oh!
I guess everything is okay.
I can't complain. God is good. All the time.
Thank you again.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So you're leaving today?
Hi. You are?
Odessa Primus.
Odessa Primus.
Odessa.
Odessa, sorry. And what is your position? Yeah?
I'm the manager.
You're the manager. You're saying that you're making a lot of inroads?
Definitely, the government has done a very poor job in governing this country. I mean, there's a lot of glamour and so on in terms of people over here doing a lot, and a lot has been happening. But a lot has been happening for and if the resources does not get down to, then a lot has not been done. If it's only beneficial to your friends and your family, then that's unfair and unfortunate. In fact, I haven't been to Cartabo. I'm from this region, by the way, Cartabo, however. And so I'm here in Cartabo. I just met a teacher. She's and she has to do a brain surgery, and she was told that she has to get paid $6 million to do the surgery. And it's unfortunate that there is no assistance that was that this retired teacher has been able to get from government or any other guidance agency. Right here, she's sitting there in the red.
Where
yes.
If Mr. Mohammed, we will always choose.
You can look at all the bridges and all the infrastructural work that is being done, and it's good. I'm not even saying that it's a terrible thing.
So let me go hear what your leader has to say.
Thank you.
All right, and thanks for speaking with me. And what is your full name, ma'am?
My full name is Odessa Primus.
And where do you live?
In Georgetown, currently.
Georgetown, currently. Thank you. And you are the manager of the campaign.
Correct.
Thank you, ma'am.
And thank you as well. You smell great, by the way.
I smell great.
Yeah. I'm trying to come closer to you, but
you can come closer,
Oh, God, this is lovely. Thank you. Sorry, I should not have done that.
No, that's okay. Thank you.
And I'm always on the ground, reaching out to the people of this country, and you know that. You saw how much places I visited before. So I have first-hand experience. I have traveled so much places, even more than the Minister of Amerindian Affairs. Any concerns?
Sir, you are the hardest man to find. Yeah, but this is the first time I'm meeting you in person. We have seen you on social media, all over, but it's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you, sir.
Can I get your full name, sir?
My name is Azruddin Mohammed.
Yes. And tell me something. Tell me about your political career, sir.
Well, I have been doing my work, my humanitarian work, for the past 6-7 years now. My father is a well-known businessman in this country. And our belief, we are Muslims, and our belief is that it's a duty, it's compulsory for us to look after the less fortunate.
Okay.
It's a pillar of my religion.
Okay. And you're a practicing Muslim?
Practicing Muslim.
Yes, sir.
So I have been doing this work myself for the past 7 to 8 years. And it's my public demand that I announce my candidate.
Public demand.
Public demand. Before I go to let's say 12, 1, 2 in the morning, persons would message me. Single mothers, pensioners, persons with disabilities would message me. Mr. Mohammed, we need good leadership. We need persons that will look out for us, that will empower us, that will work with us. And that is why, I've taken up the challenge.
But I'm here for the last 3 days, right?
Yeah.
And I spoke to you Friday when I flew in. And I saw a statement by one of your relatives which was going against to what you believe and what you pursue.
I have examined all of the candidates, including my own nephew, Azruddin Mohammed. And I have only seen one person that fit, that outshines all the others as far as this is concerned, in terms of his vision, the credentials, the experience, the competence, the integrity that goes with this office. In the light of this, I am hereby endorsing Dr. Muhammad Irfan Ali as President for the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. For my Guyanese brothers and sisters, peace be upon you all. I am Muhammad Hasib Yusuf.
I endorse President Irfan Ali because he is capable. He is a brilliant leader. We have a lot of vision for the country, and for the past 5 years he did great. So that is why, you know, I am sticking with Dr. Fanali for this next 5 years to complete his vision. Well, my nephew, Azrin Mohammed, does not understand politics. He don't understand geopolitics. He is a political novice. So for that reason, I don't think he has the ability, and he is not that educated. So that is my main reason. If he had those qualities, you know, I would have been the first to endorse him. But he don't have leadership quality. So that is why I just dismiss him.
Do you care to tell me what that?
Well, first thing is, this is a democratic country.
Yeah.
It is a democratic country. And if he supports Irfan, that is okay.
So he supports Irfan?
Yes.
So this is your blood relative? No,
Yes.
no, I don't live
Yes.
here. That's your uncle?
Yes.
But he made some strong statements about you.
Yeah, but that's okay. This is a democratic country.
Have you forgiven him?
Of course.
Yeah.
He is free to choose who he wants to lead him. He is free. This is a democratic country, and you have the right to choose who you want.
So we want to ask you just a couple of questions, and this is in no way to discredit you. You're free to say we are live. We are live. Our political legitimacy and experience. President Irfan Ali has held government positions, led housing expansion, and attracted foreign investment. What makes you think you are more qualified than him to run Guyana?
Because I have the interests of the people at heart, and I will work with the people, because his administration neglected the people.
Why do you say neglected?
You were just here. Look how much persons right here don't have access to electricity and water.
What is the population? Or what is the population of this part of Guyana?
This village here?
Yeah,
Kartabo?
Kartabo.
About 500 persons.
500. So they are denied these electricity, water.
Yes. Electricity and water.
Well, I've seen a lot of water tanks across there.
Yes, but remember, persons living in different areas behind you. This is just the health center.
Oh, this is the health center.
Yes.
We have a health center.
Yes. So the government buildings, only the government buildings here have access to water and electricity.
Okay. Secondly, some believe your campaign is more about protecting personal business interests than serving the public. How do you respond to that criticism?
No, I have enough money that I can live and survive and continue to help us.
Okay. What specific national policies are you proposing that prove that you have done more than just criticize the current government? And what solutions are you offering?
I don't think I've criticized the government. As persons are coming out when I go to.
So do you think that you are under attack?
Under attack from who?
Well, the government. Do you think that they're after you because you made some strong statements?
Yes, of course.
With respect to
the entire country is seeing clearly what is going on, how they are victimizing. Imagine Irfan Ali approved. Let's just talk about the vehicle incident. This is well known throughout the Caribbean.
Guys saw they came to get your vehicles and what?
Yes.
The officials from government.
They approved it. And then
you have the documents to support that, sir?
Documents to support.
To support that they approve the purchase of these high-end
Well, they
vehicles.
accepted the duty that I take.
But do you have any? They accepted it, and did they approve it? Do you have documents to show that?
I have they asked to submit evidence.
Okay.
I submitted WhatsApp messages showing that he approved it. WhatsApp messages.
Okay, tell me something. We are here on Sunday.
Imagine.
You go ahead. This is all yours.
Yes, imagine how they're coming after me.
Tell me.
I can't even get a flight out of Ogle Airport. Can't even get a flight, out of Ogle Airport to come here.
Okay.
I gotta take a boat that that's gonna take 2 to 3 hours. That is a clear case of victimization.
Why you can't get that?
Because they instructed the owners of the air services. They instructed them, do not allow me on the flights, and people.
But you have a helicopter, I believe. We have seen it. You have a helicopter.
No, that is air services.
Oh, air services.
Exactly. I used to come to Bartica here every week.
Okay.
But everything they shut down. I have a quarry right over here. About 1 mile from here. A local business. They shut down.
Legitimate.
Local business is shutting down.
Okay. Let's talk about sanctions, scandals, and corruption. The U.S. Treasury claims you defrauded the Guyana government and by extension the taxpayers over $50 million through undeclared gold exports. Do you deny these allegations, sir?
Sorry, I don't know about that. I know I'm one of the largest taxpayers in this country.
Can I repeat it for you? The U.S. Treasury claimed, the U.S. Treasury, not the government of Guyana, the U.S. Treasury, United States government claims, they claim, not Irfan, not whoever, not Barrett, not whoever is in power here. The U.S. Treasury claimed you defrauded the Guyana government by extension and taxpayers over $50 million through undeclared gold export. Do you deny these allegations?
I don't know of that. I know all the gold was declared in the United States of America.
But why is the U.S. making that kind of claim? Why? I won't say accusation, claim. Because they have all their documents and whatnot.
But what I know,
go ahead.
If gold got to leave this country, all that amount of gold that they're claiming, then senior officials got to know about the modus of operandi. That's what I know. If all this gold got to leave this country, you just can't, walk through this airport with gold. Gold is a heavy.
But why would the U.S. make such a strong claim? And you need to understand it's not just government, it is the U.S., United States of America, making a claim against you, Mr. Mohammed. You tell me about that.
I don't know about that. I know all the gold was declared in the United States.
If you believe the OFAC sanctions are unfair or politically motivated, have you taken any legal steps to challenge or appeal them? If you believe that, what are the challenges that you have taken? The steps that you have taken to defend yourself?
My attorneys in the U.S. OFAC attorneys, they're dealing with that present.
Can you give us the names of your attorneys or the chamber that they are attached to?
No, I don't want to make that public.
You don't want to do that? Yes. Given you are blocked from engaging with the U.S. financial institution, that you are blocked from engaging with U.S. financial institution, how would you lead a country whose largest oil partners and investors include American firms?
Very soon, these sanctions should be lifted.
How?
Very soon. You're working on it.
You're working on it. Yes. The attorneys are. Could you tell us who are the attorneys? I mean,
no, I don't want to mention that. I can't mention them.
I mean, given that you are blocked, from engaging with U.S. financial institution, how would you lead a country? I realize that you are vying for.
Irfan was blocked from Canada.
He was still leading the whole country.
He had 19 fraud charges.
Right.
19 fraud charges.
Right.
He was blocked from Canada.
Yes.
He was blocked from Canada. The Prime Minister for India, he was sanctioned. Today he's one of the top leaders.
I do have that kind of, if you're saying that.
Syria president.
Yeah, but given that you are blocked from engaging with U.S. firms, financially, how do you lead? And I mean, if you become president, how are you going to lead this great nation? This is a great nation, Guyana is a great nation. I was so impressed with the resources and whatnot, the infrastructure, a lot of things happening. How would you, this is a great nation. How would you lead a nation like this when you are in a position where you are blocked from doing anything with the U.S.?
It's just that my business, my business is Mohammed's Enterprise, Hadis World Incorporated, cannot do businesses with the United States of America. My businesses were signed.
Okay.
Let's understand.
Yeah.
No, let's clear this up.
So
this is a narrative. This is a narrative Ali and Jack, do you want to push?
Right. Well, I can't say if Ali and Jack, they're pushing this,
My Sancho's got a lot of political overtures,
Okay, go ahead, sir.
My Sancho got a lot of political overtures behind it.
Go ahead.
Excuse? You didn't access us here in this village permission to come here. This Mr. Mohammed asked and he was granted by the residents. So please don't question him.
Business entrance versus national. Will you commit you placing your business
please leave.
Enterprise,
please leave.
Racing and Hadis World into a blind trust or diverse entirely if elected president? Tell me. If elected president, what you going to do with all these companies?
Yes, well, of course.
We are live, sir. We are live. The entire nation, the world is seeing this, sir. I know. Okay, I understand and I respect that. Maybe I should have come to you.
But you didn't ask us permission.
Okay.
So please.
I can't. I came from far.
We're a religious village here, and please.
I understand. Many citizens.
Leave.
So we are going again. Will you publicly declare your assets and taxes for the past 10 years?
Yes.
Would you do that, sir? Okay, would your government invite international anti-corruption observers or agencies to assist in reforming Guyana gold and attractive sectors? Of course. Do you support stronger campaign finance laws and transparency in political donation if it means disclosing funds your campaign?
Photograph with this man.
Yes, but presently not even the PPP does that.
Okay, Guyana has a sensitive history of political and ethnic division. How do you plan to unite the country and build trust across racial, class, and regional lines? Just 3 questions, sir.
Sorry, please.
Go ahead.
We need photograph with Mr. Mohammed, and you are.
Just to say, if elected,
let's answer that question.
Yeah, go ahead. Your potential, your perspective, the candidate here, he's answered the question. So just hold on, please. Guyana has a long, sensitive history of political and ethnic division. How do you plan to unite the country and build trust across racial, class, and regional lines? Tell me, Mr. Mohammed. Perfect. Just hold on a second, please.
As you can
2 more questions and that's it.
As you can see, if you follow my page, when have so much support in the African community, the Indian community, and indigenous. I'm the only person, only party that does support all these different
and criminal proceedings are initiated against you locally or internationally. Step aside from office.
Locally.
When? Is this person joining W.I.N.?
Okay.
President needs some photograph.
Telling persons closely.
They can't come in people's villages.
He got a lot of things.
Joining W.I.N.
This is a democratic country. If I want to run for public office, so be it.
Will you commit to term limits, non-interference in judicial freedom of press, even when the heavens are unstable to you?
Trust me, when I take office on the 2nd of September, I will confirm the Chancellor and the Chief Justice.
Do you feel that building houses make you qualified to deliver 50,000 houses lot?
The house lots.
You tell me.
This is a major issue.
But this is a major, so we are final from your candidate here.
I would like you to go around the country.
I have no problem with that.
And ask persons if they ever went on their house lot. They received this letter, but they don't even know where the house lot. You understand what I'm saying? They received the letter, but they don't even know where is the house lot.
Is a presidential candidacy a cover up to have your classroom doings forgiven? Are you confident that in fact is your presidential candidacy a cover to have your classroom doings forgiven?
What past wrongdoing? What is the past wrongdoing? You tell me.
Well, you tell me. I mean, you are sanctioned. What about persons who get involved with you?
The Prime Minister of India was sanctioned. Irfan Ali was sanctioned by Canada.
Are you confident that you will be able to compile a comprehensive list of candidates? Can you tell us who joined your list? Tell me who joined your list.
When?
We have so much names.
But where can I get a couple names? So because I'm sure
on the 14th you'll see.
On the 14th, you will declare.
Yes.
On the 14th, I have noticed you don't have any sizable support from Afro and Indo-Guyanese. Your backing seems to be broad rather than sincere. Are you buying your support?
Residents, please stop.
No, man, this is not right. You stop and talk to the president. No, Anthony, listen to me. This man stop and talk to the president. You can't tell nobody control nobody, because nobody can control you. Listen to me. You spoke to the president. You drive on the broken road and come in this place. You don't ask the president about the road. He's past this man, brother. You understand me? Or you could ask a man, what make you think you could run any country? Sir, but sir, we have people who have nobody. You know what? It's not nobody question. It's not the question. As the structure. You must say, if I'm not much experience, most countries are shameful. You don't do this with the president. You don't do it. I want to say, yeah, you're fair to everybody, but you can't ask them on everything and be able to care for them. No, no, man, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's past the man. Yeah, it's past the man. Jesus Christ, what is it? One time with a sanction. Why did I say finance can be sanction? No, what I'm saying, they didn't do it to air farm with the punishing in this place.
The Ghanaians people have a duty to know what's going on. Could you tell the people just to you can ask them? No, I will ask them, but I mean, you can't really.
No, I get no Please leave.
I'm a visitor to Ghana.
No, sir. We need pictures to keep. The 2nd of September. Okay, we're going to invite you back.
Yes, we want to talk to you, man. Yeah, but you can't. You can't be more important. Yes, be important. The boss come here. We got time with the boss.
We got a lot of problems, a lot of struggles the people of this country are facing. I really would like you to travel around.
Right.
Okay. But
you have residence right.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. If in the event that I should accompany you to different areas, I hope I wouldn't be encountering this level of hostility. I believe that you're encouraging because
This is our country. The people want him. We want him. We want to take time off from here and you come in and disturb this village.
You're not disturbing. You're not
you go where you come from.
Tonight,
sure, I'll call you. Thanks again. You'll have a very nice afternoon, ma'am. Have a very nice afternoon. And to everyone here, have a great afternoon.
You too, sir.
Okay, we wanted to hear from your presidential candidate. That's all. You have concerns?
Yes, we got concerns.
What are your concerns? Tell me what are your concerns. Nobody, let me tell you something, hold on. Nobody's fighting here. Nobody is I don't want to stand up with you. We are here to find out what is Mr. Azuddin plans for the country, and that's why we are here. Okay, and that's it. We are not here to embarrass nobody.
We know what the man will do for me. We know what the man will do for me. We know the money on me.
Tell him somebody. Tell me, sir. Okay, you all have to stay quiet. You all have to stay quiet. I need to hear from one of your residents. What are the you all have a belief, right?
You gotta ask you how
it's not a matter of
When is it?
All right. We have no problem with that. We have no problem with that. But you can't yell at the people and bacchanal them. All right. So you have a nice afternoon. I'm a bit disappointed with the behavior. Yeah. Miss, you don't do that. We are guests.
No.
We are guests.
You're not my guest.
Yeah, but I mean, I am here. No, I'm not his guest, but I am visiting here. You can't come to Trinidad. You can't come to Trinidad, and I will let my Trinidad people talk to you like that. Never happened. Yeah.
You know
what was upsetting?
But I saw the interview with the president, and it was very.
Well, I'm going to official interview. I said I wanted to find out what his policy is.
But you couldn't do
but we still, but I have to ask questions. I have questions. But he told me to come here. He was busy all the time. He was busy, super busy, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Campaign season, everybody.
Okay, but I made my way. I made my way here. So it's not a matter I can't ask the president. Of course.
But you were very polite. You had very. No, but you had no.
You saw where we ambushed him when he was coming down the stairs. So there was a lot of noise, a lot of things.
It looked very staged to me.
In the stage?
Very.
No, well, I'm very, very sorry. That's nothing is staged.
No. I understand if you're saying it's not staged.
Look again.
No, but I looked them in theater. I can tell you. Yes.
What movie are you in?
I don't have to be in any movie. I didn't say I'm with Houston or one of the.
Come on, you come out here.
No, but oh my God. Listen, this man is our own. He has worked very hard. And you know what? We are no. But you know what? We are constantly faced with victimization in this country from this government. And so it is perception too. Because Azuddin was okay, he was open to meeting with you. In fact, I was very excited.
To come here?
Right, but if you're gonna hear me out, I was very excited because I've seen what you do on social media and so forth. But for you to come and not not have one single positive question to ask. It is, oh, the
But
US.
I asked him questions, I had about 15 questions, he answered all.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he didn't answer, that's the problem. But I'm saying that it just gave the impression that you only had negative things to say. And
Well, I've been giving him an opportunity to say what he was doing.
I understand that, and I have no problem with the opportunity being given.
Well, next time
I
you're walking around,
appreciate it.
invite me. And I hope I don't make this level of hostility again.
Never
I hope that this does not reflect the wider community of Guyana.
No, but this is how this community is. You have to get permission to come in here.
Okay, then. When he told me to come here, so I didn't know it was that kind of that kind of thing. He said to come here and meet him. I have all the texts, I have all the messages.
Because he was down there waiting on you, you know.
He said to come here, I didn't know.
When your boat was coming, I'm sure if you were filming, you would have seen that he was on the way back up here. And we were already here, so he was going to meet with you.
All right, you be good.
You too.
So ladies and gentlemen, so that's it, and you know, let's get a photograph. You might have to get permission to take this photograph. No, yeah, you don't get permission. All right. Thanks again. So we are heading back. So we are heading out. All right, and but that's it. No bacchanal, no standoff. I'm not gonna come quite there, and I mean, the behavior is like, what kind of thing is this? It's thugs. And how come I've been treated so well around Guyana? And look at, I mean, you can hear them. And he's encouraging that. When we started asking questions about the sanction, about this, like, they just flared up. They just went in, you know, started to make a big issue about it. So everything was just, he waited to bring me out here. I know that. I in this dance a long time, but I'm not intimidated. But you realize that on the issues, he can't answer questions on the issues about sanction, the issues about what he plans to do what about people who's involved with him, and he's a sanctioned person, he has no visa, I mean, a lot of things going on. But you realize, I mean, you just go into these, you know, small areas and just winding up the people. I mean, that is exactly what's going on. He's winding them up.
Everybody need a change, buddy. Everybody need a change.
But everybody need change. Everybody need change. But I don't like that behavior.
Well, ain't got nothing to do with sanction.
All right, thanks again. That's what they said, and that's it. But you realize when you start asking the questions, he became very offensive. And it's like he wind up the people. Let's go. All right, thank you again. Thank you, let's go. All right, that's it. So ladies and gentlemen, we are back. You know, after looking at that interview with Azuddin Mohammed, you realize we give him so many chances. He was there talking about himself. But the moment we touch the sanction issue, even that girl Odessa, that his manager, her visa was revoked also. So the US is not playing the information, and people need to get back to the Reuters report, the Reuters finding. You need to get back. That's a very serious thing. And you see, what is sad, I feel sorry for those people. I'll tell you why. Those are great people. But he's influencing them. And he might just give them a little handout and say, well, do this and do that. And it's frightening what can happen on the heels of the election in Guyana. It's a frightening, that is a frightening thing. And you can see where he stepped back the moment we started to ask him questions when we were talking about, you know, his popularity and Irfan did so much and he has so much experience. What do you think he will do? Blah. But the moment we touch on the sanctions, ladies and gentlemen, it tripped every one of them. And he just stood back there and say that I can't do anything. And let me tell you something, yeah? If you, you're vying for a very high office, very, very high office in Guyana, you want to be the president, you have to make yourself accessible. People want to ask questions. You've been someone who's sanctioned, and I will interview, and I will tell you more about that sanction with Irfan, with the president and whatnot. And from what I heard, that's not true. That is not true. When you ask him about the car, when you ask Azuddin about the vehicles, he don't even have a document to show. He has no documents. But it's sad when you're in a position and you use people and you encourage them, you wind them up. It's not nice. It's not a nice thing. Nobody in Guyana this man has spoken to, no media personnel, nobody. Like everybody's intimidated by this man. Who is this man? Who is this man? Who is this man? And that is why he went down there. I would, if I had to do it back again, I will do it again. Look, he even asked me, when we left that meeting, he said, maybe you want to meet later. Before we left, he said, well, maybe you'll call me, we'll do it later. He even messaged me and asked me if I reach. I said, yeah. But he asked me to meet with him again because I was so disappointed. You can't lure somebody to that area. You lured me, and knowing that, here, what I want to show you, brother, that if you ask me any question, look, I have the message here. Look, I have the message. He said exactly where. Look at it here. And it is crazy. It is crazy. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. But I guess he has a track record. He has a track record. It's the same thing he did when they went to seize the car, It's the same thing he did. You remember the standoff where it had government officials who came to get documents or the vehicle or something like that? And I was looking at it, but what madness is this, boy? It's like the breeze blowing the flag. The flag blowing the breeze, sorry. It's like the flag blowing the breeze. And everything, he blamed this one, he blamed that one, but he can't blame anyone. Who took away their visas? Who did it? Who put sanctions on them? And it had nothing to do with the government. So it just goes to show, we'll find you anywhere, we'll interview who I want. And who don't like it, well, too bad. And it's not a matter that's not about business, it's something happening. Big investments going on in Guyana, everybody going across Guyana. When something has happened, okay, no problem. We fly across, meet with people. Because that's the same thing he did, when they went to get the car. Look at him, look how he pushed he riled up the people at the gate. Watch.
Those gates are locked.
I am fatter. I don't understand why people are allowing these kitchen cats to come in this small place without no documents. They don't have no documents. Nothing in this area concern them. Other country got big terrorists and big criminals, and them people fighting them down. Why one man can upset the whole entire parties? Understand me? Guys, tell the party they protest the Mohammed and they don't free. What the party they get next name? And don't touch him. Don't touch him.
It's like you realize in other videos. Look, I was just looking at another video. And before we go, it is very sad that they use these people. It reminds me of what happened in Trinidad under PNM. That look at the people at Beatam, look at the people at Sealots. As much as that might be their stronghold, but how these people have been treated, Times have changed. If you're going, you need to answer questions. If you're going up, you want to become the president of a nation like that, and you can't answer questions. You have to get people around to rile up if somebody asks you a hard question. If no journalist in Guyana can ask you, I come and ask you. You understand? But it's just something is really wrong. Something is wrong with that guy. That's all I have to say. Something is wrong with that guy. But again, ladies and gentlemen, that's Azruddin, but I feel sorry for those people. I feel so because on any given day, ladies and gentlemen, if he has a family, if he has an engagement, would he invite all those people by his house? Are they nighting it by his house right now? Would he give them one of his cars or fancy apartments to live in? Tell me. It's not about, just handouts, you give them things and play with their head and say, hey, come. It's not about that. Don't take, and to the people in those videos, don't take yourself to that level and be wind up by someone like Azudine. Don't do that. And I will go back, and this week or next week maybe, I will go back and interview the president and find out. And in fact, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to see me up the islands and wherever the world takes me. You understand? It's all about the Ian Alleyne network, making sure you know exactly what's going on out there. This is Ian Alleyne, this is Crime Watch. Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful night. And remember, you can go to ianalleyne.org and you can send us your reports anonymously. Whatever you have information on, I'll see you. Have a wonderful night. Good night.
There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We're gonna hunt you down. We're gonna hunt you down. We're gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our mind.